been that long, I can't even remember how to use the camera. So hello, welcome back everyone. It's been a while and I promise this time I'm back for good. Even Kyle's been at me, and please don't hold this against me, but I was planning on actually going outside of the apartment and actually taking a video, like a drive with me, and then getting a wee Starbucks or something. But I've taken my period this morning, and when I tell you the pains, I feel really ill and feel hot. I just feel horrible. So I was going out to about an hour ago. I'm gonna take my period. That's why I've got makeup on. If I was just sitting in the house, I wouldn't have put makeup on. But here we are. So I've got myself a wee cup of tea. It's not a Starbucks, but at least it's saving me money. It's a wee peppermint tea. When I tell you the cramps I have in my stomach right now are so bad, like, you know when you actually feel physically nauseous? Is that, I can never say that word. Feel physically like you could throw up with your period. That's how I feel right now. So yeah, I haven't even had lunch and it's 10 to 4, so I may as well wait to dinner. But anyways, I'm gonna answer some questions. We're gonna get caught up, just chat about everything. I'm not looking forward to editing this, to be honest. So we may as well start with this question, because this was a question was asked quite a lot. So the question, oh, it's disappeared. Oh, here we are. How's your new job and life since moving away? Busy. So basically training, obviously I done my training, and that was just a full 6 weeks of mayhem. Like, I mean non-stop, like revising exams, like just non-stop. And obviously as well, we were trying to get moved in, trying to get settled, trying to know the area, and obviously experiencing London and stuff as well, and actually trying to spend time with Kyle, and then obviously him with his new job as well. It's just been crazy. But then moving, absolutely love living in London. It's so good, so much to do, different lifestyle, obviously a bit more expensive, like to do with anything like food, going out for dinner, but you can obviously still budget, whatever. But work wise, absolutely love it. I've been so many places I probably wouldn't have been able to afford to go. It's a lot of traveling, a lot of being away from home, but I do like it, and it's definitely changed me as a person. Like, you wouldn't have seen me, like, I would have hated not being with Kyle like this time last year or the year before, like just the start of our relationship, and now like it's made us better as a couple as well. Like, it's just so good, and I've just learned to enjoy being by myself. At the start I really struggled, but I'm starting to enjoy it a lot more now than I did at the start. I still enjoyed it at the start, loved like visit it, and when your crew's actually nice and they actually do stuff, it makes it that wee bit easier, and you make loads of friends as well. So no, I do like it. It was just a lot of adjusting, and obviously if anybody knows, the job I done before was obviously cabin crew, but it was single cabin crew. So yeah, it was now working with people again and learning all different kinds of things, but I love it. I go to Egypt on Friday. I go to Israel on Monday, and then I go to Miami on Friday, and then we're on holidays. Then we're going to Ibiza for a few nights, and then after that I come back and I go to Toronto. So busy month. I get my new roster on tomorrow night. So we'll see where I'll go for there. But yeah, it's been good. But yeah, I'm not going to make this all about my new job, because I talk about it enough on my stories sometimes and TikTok and so on. But yeah, it's been good and I love it. So I'm actually going to answer this question before we stop talking about work. But someone asked me what happened to me when I was in Dubai. If you don't follow me on Instagram, basically I fell ill when I was in Dubai with work. And I was so excited for the trip as well, but basically I fell sick on the second service coming into Dubai. Started feeling really ill, and I was like, oh, it must be just because I'm tired. Then I started being sick, and then it got worse and worse as I was like waiting for the crew bus. I was being sick more often, got to the hotel, was getting more sick, and I had to ring then like the doctor that works with my work obviously, and they were like, oh, it could be food poisoning, like you can't fly home, blah blah blah. So basically it was either food poisoning or it was a stomach bug. I don't really know, it was both probably the same. Whatever it was anyway, it was horrible. It was a disaster because I was so excited to go to Dubai and it was hot. Wanted to even just go out and sunbathe, couldn't really do that. So I wasn't allowed to fly home as work because you're not allowed to be sick or like be thrown up and whatever when you're operating, and as a passenger you're not allowed to do it. It's 24 hours, but obviously people do it, but because they knew about me I wasn't allowed to do it. So yeah, I had to stay in Dubai for an extra day basically. The next day I did go down and chill by the pool for about an hour, but it was just too much. I had stopped being sick and stuff, but just like you know when you've been sick for so long and your body's just like so sore and stuff. So yeah, that wasn't great. So that's what happened. I basically had food poisoning or a stomach bug, that's all it was, but it was awful. And I'm just a very bad sick person. Like I need someone there to look after me. And obviously because I was never in Dubai before, like I didn't know if there was a shop nearby me, if I could go down and get like juice or something, you know, like a wee quick walk, like, but no. So yeah, it was a disaster, but hopefully I'll be able to go back soon and experience it. But yeah, that is what happened. So I thought this question was so random. Well, not random, but someone said, are you and Kyle ever going to get a dog? Yes, we will get a dog. Definitely not. I was begging him for a dog when we lived back home. Obviously we lived together when we were back home as well. I was begging him for a dog, but thankfully now we didn't get one because obviously we've moved over here. I think the owners of our apartment actually are allowed pets, but I'm never here, Kyle's never here, and it wouldn't be fair on the dog. But yes, of course, we're definitely going to be getting a dog once we move back. Eventually we'll get one when we get like our own house and stuff. But yeah, we will. We have the dog that we know exactly what dog we're getting and what the name of the dog's going to be. It's been in the making for about 3 years maybe. But that moves me on to my next question. Someone says, will you stay in London forever or will you come home? We definitely will come home. There's no chance in hell. I said that with like this is really bad, but there's just no way I would stay here and have kids and stuff. Like I do want to be home to experience that, like obviously with my family and stuff. Like, you know, we wouldn't have a bloody babysitter if we had kids here, but not even just that, like I want to move home for that, and I think Kyle does as well. Not even just kids, just want to move home again. Like it's not a long-term thing, I don't think. I would love to be able to work with BA and be at home. I think, like, yeah, I think I would love to be able to be still at home and work with BA, but I like living in London. Like I think maybe like in like 3 or 4 years, if I want to move home, like I can't really keep this job because I still won't be home. So do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would love the best of both worlds, but I love living in London. That's not what I mean. Like I like living in London and I liked being able to experience moving away. I never thought I would ever do it, to be honest. Like I know I did it with Ryanair, but like, yeah, I just didn't think that we would ever move away. It happened all so fast, and like that's what everyone always says to us, like we didn't tell anyone that we were doing it and all of a sudden it just happened, and then like a month later we had moved. It was a bit, yeah, it was a bit mad, but I'm so happy we done it. It's such a good move and we love it, but we definitely will be moving home. So that answers your question. So this moves me on to the next question, which I've actually worked this really well. Do you miss home? Of course I miss home. I miss obviously like seeing my family more. I miss seeing my friends more. Obviously miss Luca. People are probably thinking, who's Luca? It's Lisa's baby, my best friend's baby, and I miss him. Miss his first birthday. I still have his present here. I must send it away actually. But yeah, I do miss it. I think I miss like being able to just go out for like cups of teas and coffees with people, like my friends, like my friends and stuff like that. And what I really do miss, and this is obviously on me, but I miss being comfortable going places. Like, for example, I'm not a bad driver, and I'm not a nervous driver, but over here I am. I find it, like, if I want to go to Home Bargains, like, I kind of panic because I'm like driving, I'm like, I've never been here before. I obviously drive Kylie's car now as well, so his car's a bit bigger, and I'm just a bit wary about like going places. Not so much like in the train or anything in the London, like I'm fine that way. It's more like when I don't know like where I am or where I'm going. So I do miss the whole comfort part, but that's the whole point of moving away, isn't it? But yeah, I do really miss home, but I'm not like homesick. But I am coming home. I did try to surprise my mum about coming home. I was coming home. We have a wedding, me and Kyle have a wedding in November, and it's my birthday in November, and yeah, just was going to come home. I have time off. Obviously booked it off to come home, and I was going to surprise my mum coming home, but she kept being like, oh, we'll book flights to come over to see you for your birthday, and I was just like, oh, and she kept saying it, so I've had to tell her now. But coming home on the 2nd of November, put it in your diaries. No, I'm joking, but yeah, I'm coming home 2nd November, so excited to see everybody. Obviously some of my friends have come over, some of Kyle's friends. Well, Kyle's been home already. I know he's had enough of me already, had to go home. But yeah, Lisa and Amy's coming over literally at the end of this month. Grania's been over for work, so I've seen her. So yeah, no, I've seen a good, and then Kyle's family was over there the weekend past, so we've seen our fair share of people. And obviously this is what technology's for. FaceTime, we FaceTime all the time, like my mum and stuff, and Lily or whatever. So yeah, I do miss it, but yeah, it's been fine. What advice would you have on someone moving away? Yeah, my advice would be, I obviously found it a lot easier because I moved away with Kyle. I think if you have a boyfriend that isn't moving away with you, it would be quite difficult. But all I said to myself is, they're only a phone call away. I don't mean just Kyle, I mean just anybody, like anybody who you're going to miss or you're worried about missing, like they're only a phone call away. At the end of the day, you're going to see them again, and that's what as I said, that's what the good of technology is now. It feels like they kind of are there, you know. You might not be able to get your hug or whatever, but my best tip is just to do it. And because you'll look back and you'll think, why did I not do that? And that's the one reason why I think I eventually took the job with BA, because I done it so quickly. It just happened all so quickly. I didn't think I was going to get the job. I done it just out of a bit of crack. I literally just done it, and then I got the job. And you know what? I'm glad I did now, because I would have ate myself up if I didn't do it. Go for it, because you will regret it in the future. As I said, you'll be able to see anyone. They can come see you, FaceTime them. If you're moving away on your own, I would say it's obviously a lot harder. Like a lot of uni ones find it difficult at the start because you have to make new friends. But just have an open mind and you will be fine. Just still keep in contact with everybody, and always have that one thing to always look forward to. If that's booking yourself to go home, someone like if it's just one person coming over to see you, just always have something planned, because you've always something to look forward to. That's what I say. So because we've always had, since we've moved over here, there's always been someone who's planned to come over, or there's always been someone, we're coming home, or Kyle's going home, or we always had something on, like going on holidays. I know not everybody can afford going on holidays, but the smallest wee things, like booking to go see a show, booking to go out for dinner. I mean, it's the smallest things that keeps your mind from being homesick. And obviously be open-minded about meeting new people if you are moving away on your own. But if you're moving away with your boyfriend, then you will be absolutely fine. like I'm very close to my family and I'm fine. As I say, just FaceTime them and you'll be fine. Someone else asked me, am I still working with Be Bold? Yes, I am still working with Be Bold. I am constantly chatting to them. Love Lauren, love all the girls. Lauren was actually over in London a wee while ago now and we went out. It was the funniest night ever. But yeah, I'm still working with Be Bold. I just don't use tan at the minute. I use the mist sometimes still on my face because I tend not to get my face tanned anymore because of I don't want any wrinkles. So I use a lot of sun cream. But yeah, I still am working with them. My code for them is ABBYM for 15% off. Yeah, so they've just brought out their new launcher Primark. So you'll be able to buy them in stores in Primark now, which is really, really good. I just don't use tanners anymore at the minute because I don't look tan here, but honestly, I swear to God, I promise I am. There's no tan on. Obviously because I do be in warm countries and stuff, I like to sunbathe. I love to sunbathe. So I don't put tan on. But I probably will over, well, see that's the thing, over winter I probably won't use, I might use like maybe the gradual tan, like, but not as much like the thing because I obviously will still be in warm countries when it's winter here. So all the rest of the questions are kind of about kind of what I've kind of went over already. A lot of people are asking about obviously my job and how I'm getting on, which I've kind of already answered already. A lot of it is like how we're getting on in London. As I said, I don't want to be blabbering on about everything about the same topics because I've already spoke about them. We're getting on amazing and the job's amazing. Yeah, it's just been so good and I don't want to keep this video too long because it's my first video back in a while and people probably won't have watched it. So I don't want to bore everyone. But yeah, thank you for sending the questions in. Please let me know down below what you want to see. And yeah, I'm back for good, promise. Hold me to it. If I don't, then you can have words with me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and yeah, I'll see you in my next film.